What's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired. What up, what up, what up? So, you already know how your boy come through. Always digging off in my magic bag. If you're new to the show, then the magic bag is where I look to find my guest. So today, I was blessed to have what I would like to call a jack of all trades, a Mr. I do it all. And he has been on my show before. Without further ado, what up with it, Lil J?
Phoenix, what's poppin', boy?
Nothing. What's good with you?
Everything good.
Everything?
Everything.
It's lovely?
I woke up.
And it was a beautiful day?
I got more than $2 in my pocket.
Oh, well, you're doing good.
I got 3.
You're doing better than me. I got 75 cents.
And I'm smoking your weed.
Oh, that's how you do?
Yes.
Hey, man, what I tell you about that?
I didn't have to put in on this.
So what I tell you about that? You guys are not allowed to come here and talk about what's going on in the studio. That's not what y'all allowed to do. You're supposed to do what I'm talking about. Y'all be so bogus. So bogus.
Well, disregard the last 30 seconds, y'all.
No, they're not. They're going to be like, what? It was smoke. Wait, huh? What? It's Michigan. It's legal. I don't know what you... It's Michigan. It's legal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just exercising my rights.
Yeah. My right to party. All right. So, there's so many goofy things I want to ask you because you, to me, are one of the most interesting dudes I know. Not only do you run and own a lawn care business, but you are deeply active in the hip hop scene here in Grand Rapids. So, anytime you talk about hip hop, you are one of those guys I can go to and you can pull out 5 artists out your pocket.
Definitely.
So, let me ask this of you. Because I'm just touching the top, right? Like I just named 2 things, but the third thing is dogs, specifically pit bulls.
American Bully.
Oh, American Bullies. Because there is a difference, right?
Definitely.
Okay. And then car audio.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. I'm going to start with the dogs. Because the dogs to me are a lot of fun to discuss. So first off, educate us. What's the difference between a pit bull and American bulldog?
No, it's American Bully, not American Bulldog. The American Bully has no bulldog in it whatsoever. Actually, this is how the American Bully started. The Razor's Edge bloodline.
Okay.
Was basically they wanted to create the look of pit bull on steroids. It's not exactly a pit bull. It does have pit bull in it, but there's also other breeds that make it. And a lot of there's something called hanging papers. Hanging papers is basically I'm gonna act like this dog is off of this dog, but it's really something else. And the original reason a lot of breeders did that so you can't copy my design.
Okay.
That's why they did that. Then once a lot of hustlers came in it. Mm-hmm. They went ahead and tossed papers on dogs just because and stuff like that, just so they can make a quick buck.
Oh, so you mean, so then they just start claiming that this dog came off of that lineage, basically, so they could say, oh, this dog came from a champion breed.
Hanging papers.
Got you. I got you. That makes sense.
So there's a lot of still responsible breeders who do DNA and health testing.
Okay. And
to guarantee your dog's lineage. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was going to ask you.
Why you
what's
spending
that for?
$3,000 to $5,000 for a dog? Wouldn't you want your dog to be what it says actually on paper? Like,
yeah,
it's stupid. Otherwise, some people like to follow the hype.
Well, I mean, if you're talking to the average person, right? If you're having that conversation with a person who's not into dogs whatsoever, then it just sounds like you a dog aficionado. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people like that feel to be the aficionado of something. So they love to get off into that and do that. Whereas some of us, you really love that thing. And because you love that thing, you are that, but you don't want to claim that.
Yeah.
So I get it. And so, anytime you walk into one of those arenas and you say, I spent big money on a dog, you want to back that up. So I can totally understand. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's important to know your dog's pedigree. basically, you know, a lot of dogs' problems as far as their health, as far as certain genetic traits like having a messed up tail, little kink tail or something like that, or they feet are easty westy and stuff like that, or they got an underbite. Most of that stuff is genetic. That stuff is something passed down through the generation. So it's important to know your dog's lineage so you know what it throws. You know what I'm saying? What it can actually do.
Right.
Like if I know a dog that I got and I know the dog's pedigree, I know what it can produce. So say somebody try to sell me a dog and I know the dog's pedigree and I'm looking at this like, okay, this ain't that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's basically to keep you from getting hustled. It's just educating yourself.
No, I think that makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like, I mean, you know, let's go with cars. It's the idea of knowing the difference between the manufacturer parts, the secondary parts, and then after parts. Mm-hmm. And then what each thing is made to specifically do or why you're getting it. Like some parts are made just because you want your car to run. That's cool. But if you're a car guy and you try to keep the car original, then you need to be buying the manufacturer parts.
Definitely.
Now, if you're a guy that says, I don't care about that, but I'm going for a higher performance, then you're going to get aftermarket parts. So all of those things make sense to at least me, because I'm looking at you going, yeah, I wouldn't want to get a dog. And then you tell me my dog came from a champion breed. And then I see the champion breed and they look beautiful with great muscles and definition. But
and
my
you
dog,
know what it produces. And it's
right.
like, this ain't what that blood produces.
And then my dog look like he need a burger. And I'm
like
feeding him top shelf food. And I'm like, why my dog look crazy?
Yeah.
So I get that.
Food has a lot to do with it, but genetics has everything to do with it.
Yeah, it's just like humans. Definitely. You know, we all know that certain traits from certain people run through their family. Mm-hmm. We're family, so you know it's certain things that's in our family that you can just go and point out and be like, "Oh, that's in our family, bro." Those type of eyes, it's like 80 people with them eyes in our family, definitely. Or this or this. And then when you get to looking at the medical stuff, all the same things apply. So, and that's why doctors ask you those type of questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, makes sense. So let me ask you. Let's continue with the dogs just a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Now I know that you also show dogs.
Yes.
So give us a small idea about showing dogs.
So these shows, a lot of people think that these are like dog fights. A lot of people that are like miseducated on the breed and what they do. And this is a non-aggressive breed. Although it looked like it can I cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss.
It's been a minute. Okay.
Yeah. We allow foul language.
Although the dog look like he can beat your ass, the dog 9 times out of 10 is not going to do anything but stand there. You know what I'm saying? And the dog really just wants to obey your command. So that's why it's smart to spend that extra time with your dog. So that way he can grow accustomed to you and what you expect out of the dog. So when you're in the ring, it's good to either have a handler who has good chemistry with the dog. And it's a confirmation show. It includes no fighting. You know what I'm saying? These dogs
I understand that. What you need to say is it looks like the dog show on TV.
It's exactly that.
If you've seen a dog show on TV, exactly what it is. But people should be aware that when you watch the dog show, the dogs break down in groups. Yep. And so your dogs that a lot of us think are aggressive dogs, if you're not educated properly, will see working class dogs be more of the dogs that you think are dangerous dogs.
Well, this is a working breed, so
it has a job.
Yeah,
that's what that means. Mm-hmm. So I always laugh because I'm like, well, no, all dogs are kind and nice unless you train him to bite people, because that's his job. Now, people have bred dogs to bring out more of those things, of those traits, but there is a unique difference of a great owner and a bad owner. A great owner's dog will behave and do what it's supposed to. And even if it's a dog that is a working breed, because working doesn't mean just attack, because we kind of set that up. So I don't want y'all to get misconstrued, as they say, that a working breed means like it could herd sheep. It could be a guard dog.
It can work.
It can pull something. Like we used to use dogs for a great deal of activities before we had machines. Yeah. So the dogs can do secretly you can get a working breed that is a beagle.
Yeah.
Because he has a specific job. So anyway, that is what you see at those dog shows. and these are the shows that you're doing, and we want to make sure that's perfectly clear. You're going to do those kind of activities.
Definitely. And people don't understand the price difference. You know what I'm saying? In a show quality dog that actually has, having the papers is one thing. That it means a lot, but it don't mean nothing.
Well, it's just part of your let's call it putting into the pot.
Yeah,
right.
That's something you should have anyway.
So you should have papers, and then if you have a show dog,
people do not understand these dogs. The reason they charging $2,000 to $10,000 average to being very, very, very low for this breed is, okay, say like my dog, for instance. These dogs, that even the dogs I breed with, are health tested. All the health testing costs close to $1,000 just by itself. That's just for the health test to prove your dog doesn't have a history of hip dysplasia or something like that.
They're hardy.
Yeah. And it's like, wouldn't you want that from something that you spend thousands of dollars on?
Yes, but I think the point that you were getting to even deeper is they don't understand that when you talk about a show quality dog, there are several steps that you're going to have to achieve.
Definitely.
To show it, prove it, and then
this
be able
is
to
the
utilize.
problem. This is why that doesn't always work. People right now, well, for a long time, they're breeding not to the standard. They're according to what they like.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to get what you like, but make sure what you like is according to the standard. Like, what's wrong with that? You can get what you want without going outside of that.
But then that,
what the dog should be. Like, if you
that
look at any dog lineage 100 years ago and now, look how much they changed. Even the bull terrier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way the nose is and the way that's changed. Even the cane corso. They used to have the big, you know what I'm saying? Their jaws and stuff would come down and they got the big old cheeks that's droopy. Now they getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And now the damn dog looking like almost a pit bull.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, that's
I get what your argument is. They're messing with the standard.
They mess with what it's supposed to be
to make what they like.
What they like. And a lot of people, exotic bully breeders, do. They've done that to show because that's what they like.
I'm not even gonna let you go off into that time.
And I'm not. I'm gonna stop right there with it. But people just breed according to what they think is cool, and then doubling up on that bullshit that they like, and then it's like, then you got this complete piece of shit that's not according to the standard, but it's possibly sellable because people ain't seen that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think the problem is this, right? I think what you're saying is correct. But I think the side step to that is this. As long as those people who have bred these animals outside of the standard don't claim it's the standard or it can be pushed as the new standard, then we could be cool. Definitely. I feel like it's exotic breeds
it's
and
like
exotic.
Hip-hop. They throwing anything under that umbrella right there when it's not.
Well, that is probably a great segue. Oh, I forgot you did radio too. Let me put that out there. He did radio too. So sitting with him is comfortable. Definitely. It's comfortable. He been here before.
8+ years.
Yeah, I know. So speaking of hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So recently in the news, the conversation came about where they said that JD was like, JD and Diddy get it popping for a versus. And
Jermaine Dupri's a songwriter though.
I made the same argument. Here's my breakdown for both people, right?
P. Diddy writes checks.
The difference is this. Do we disqualify Diddy for previous hits and production grouping? Do we do that? Now, if we can do that and then they go head to head, then you got an argument. But if Diddy gets everything that he touched on, it doesn't matter. If he touched on it at some point in time, if Diddy gets to say he can claim that song based on it's just the verses, Diddy wins. If you put the stipulation on Diddy, then you got a fair fight. The reason I say that is this, right? Because Diddy had the hitmen, and then Diddy was similar to other producers who have younger producers under them. Those guys will give them the blueprint of the beat, so they'll do the majority of the work of the beat. They'll give it to the lead producer, who is the star guy that we know. he would go through, he would clean it up, he'd add something to it, and then you might catch your classic. Take that, take that, take that.
Bad boy.
Don't stop. Don't stop. All day long, right? So once you do that, what people don't know is then you can claim production as long as you give credit to whatever you sampled. And so, therefore, they could claim production on that. Where Jermaine Dupri, I would say, is different because you mentioned the main thing.
Songwriter.
Come on, talk to him.
He writing the song, he producing the song, like engineer. He's doing most of the fucking work. They just are the face of it because the nigga's ugly.
You so dirtbaggy. I would say you would
I'm so honest.
Look, I would say you would be right, but then I know personally that you had help too. Like, don't get it twisted. Candy was in there pinning the game up early.
Oh, dude, yeah, definitely.
And Brat was helping with everybody rap songs because we know that Criss Cross was doing
most of the Everybody Styles was hers.
Right, because her and Jermaine Dupri style was very close. So anything that he couldn't fix, she could. And so that's where my argument comes in to be like, both of them might have to give up something, but it looks like based on hits and what they touch, if they claim everything that they touch, I feel like Diddy's going to get the edge. And the reason why is this. For Diddy can pull out them secret classics that you don't know or you forgot. And it's a lot. When you talk about Bad Boy, he really could just go from everybody's first album and take their 3 lead singles and we gonna wild out. And Jermaine will go everywhere because he's worked. I think Jermaine has worked with so many artists that he's gonna have to go everywhere outside of So Def. You think that's where it is?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's debatable. But I still say Jermaine Dupri is up, and I'm gonna tell you why. You gotta think 90s. Criss Cross was everything. Mm-hmm. The Brat was everything. Mm-hmm. Lil Bow Wow came on the scene. He wrote all. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Jagged Edge. What?
The brothers wrote a lot of stuff. That's what I'm saying.
They possibly did. They did. But you know. Whose credit does that go to?
That's the argument. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but if you say,
but that would be the same token for Diddy too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's still equal playing field with that. Diddy has worked with more artists. Mm-hmm. Successful artists at the time. It didn't last long.
But Jermaine Dupri, I mean, same thing with Jermaine Dupri though. Yeah, I mean, Jermaine, Usher, T.I. Yeah. The list goes on. Like
But think about it. Let's take Usher just for instance. Was the first since he was 14 years old?
Yeah, but Confessions, the whole album. He could literally like my argument was this. It would be such a tight.
You got 20 years of him though.
It's gonna be a tight fight. I still feel like Diddy's going to edge it out. I'm just saying, Diddy's going to edge it out. Diddy has
Usher versus who from Diddy's catalog?
From Usher versus who? All right, I mean, look, here's the people that should cancel each other out. This is
hits and longevity.
Here, I'm just gonna give it to you. Life After Death versus Confessions. Life After Death wins.
It's totally fucking different.
So I get that, but we talking about the hits off of it though. So think about it. If you take Life After Death and Diddy says, I'm gonna take 3 songs off that album, right? They're Biggie bangers. We gonna run with you. If Jermaine Dupri is going to take 3 off of Confessions because those are your diamonds. Those are your diamond albums. They're undisputable. So then what you going to do? You're going to have you're going to get Hypnotized. You're going to get More Money, More Problems. And if I was Diddy and I wanted to be a douche, I would use Notorious Thugs. Gotta get Biggie with Bone. It's a record.
They still playing it.
That's why it's a record, right? So that'd be him. That's just off that album because Diddy can always come back around to Biggie, right? So I'm not just trying to say that because I love Biggie the most. I'm just saying if you try out of 20 songs, if you give Biggie 5, that's fair. But everything else Puff gonna do is just run through. If he runs through his camp's hottest singles for each group that he's touched on,
they just gotta be very true. And that's funny you said touched on.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you so dirtbaggy. You so dirtbaggy.
take that.
Take it.
Yeah, but they just gotta be very choosy of the songs.
I think that's what it really comes down.
They gotta be smart on what songs they doing.
That's so hard though, man. You know what I'm saying? Money, power, respect. If you're Puff, money, power, respect gotta be on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cheating.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, that's why when Puff said your arms ain't long enough to box with God, I died laughing because I was like, he kind of got a point. Like, Dre's probably the only person that could give him a fight, and they would have to do a 50 song. They've been in the game too long, and it really need to be 50 songs between them two.
But shit, Jermaine Dupri been in the fucking game as long as them niggas.
And that's why I feel like I'm hating on Jermaine, because I could argue Jermaine's point. I could argue Jermaine's point all day against anybody else.
Yeah.
It's just that Puffy is just like, it's hard for me not to think that the dude who ran the 90s was Puffy.
He's more of a brand than Jermaine Dupri.
I think he was hotter and more consistent.
I think what gave him that spotlight that he had and what he needed was beefing with Pac and Death Row.
Yeah. I think, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think
that's what gave him that edge at the time when West Coast was still more prevalent in the game.
You had the best rapper in the game, so it wasn't that. You didn't need that beef. I'm gonna tell you why. Puff is the man.
But it was there.
Puff is the man because Puff was the dude that introduced the idea that everybody will be blessed by someone hot. That the cosign, Puffy made the cosign what it is today. This is what I mean. Every new artist that came out on Bad Boy while Biggie was breathing got a Biggie song. And all Biggie songs is their bouncy song, and he's first. And we had never heard that before. So the first time you get them kind of songs throw you off because that was new at the time. The rapper guy used to come in the middle of the song. His little middle verse jump off and they go back to singing the song. Biggie was the first dude to jump out on some 112 and be at the front of the song and introduce that kind of thing where we all rap along with him because we love him. And then we started listening to the R&B dudes. By the time they dropped that single of the sexy song or the sad song, the breakup love song, whatever that was going to be that let you know they could sing, they was already on with us as fans. And Diddy made that cosign, he made that, and then he took it over for himself. I just jump on, take that, dance all on here. Hey, that turned into the theme. So I think that was better than the West Coast beef. The West Coast beef didn't help Diddy as much as a lot of people think. It helped the West Coast. They were already running the show and it pumped new life into them. That's mine. All right, how about this? How about we slide out, take us a quick little commercial break? What you know about commercial breaks?
I'm about to find it out right now.
That is a terrible move. I need you to be more hype.
I mean, yeah, commercial breaks are shit. Hear this bullshit. What he really wanted me to do is buy him more time so he can find the damn commercial.
Stock the bar vodka made right here in Michigan. Distilled from Michigan red winter wheat. The red winter wheat provides this drink with one of the smoothest flavors known to man. Stock the bar vodka, premium quality. Our motto is smooth taste with a purpose. And now, the official sponsor of Shots Fired Podcast. Stock the bar vodka. Pour up a glass. Drink with a purpose.
Yeah, you know what it is. Shots Fired Podcast popping.
Hey! Remember back in the days when you used to jump on the dance floor when you heard a groove like this, but your body just won't let you do it any longer? Well, hey, I got the situation set for you, baby. What you need to do is get with Earl's Asper Cream. That's right, Earl's Asper Cream. Earl's Asper Cream is made from the finest ingredients in America. That's right, here in America, baby. And anyway, Earl's Asper Cream is good for those hurting knees, that bad back, those elbows, and those shoulders. And if you don't want to take it from me, then go ahead and listen to one of Earl's happy customers.
Let me tell you, get yourself some Earl's Aspirin Cream, baby. I had a fracture, fucked up hip. I was sitting there in a nursing home of all places. I sat there, I was up and down that nursing home after I sat there and took some Earl's Aspirin Cream. And I ain't no nurse, baby. Earl's Aspirin Cream gave me that marathon strength.
That's right, Earl's Aspirin Cream. Side effects may include bigger balls, increased sex drive, harder erection, larger semen release, growth of facial hair, slide while you're walking, and a strong pullout game. That's right, baby. Earl's Aspirin Cream, here to help you get your groove back.
Brought to you by Mind Vendor Incorporated in association with Ashy Radio.
Welcome back to Shots Fired with Simon Phoenix.
Yo. So I'm sitting here with my man, my cousin, family, Mr. Jack of all trades, Lil J. So we talked about the dog breeding, got into a little hip hop. So now let's talk about that bang. You don't know what that bang is, that rumble, that thump. Somebody come through your neighborhood and they bass is beating unnecessarily loud. Can we discuss that, sir?
Let's talk about it.
Well, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you, what is the most ridiculous thing you've seen somebody do with their stereo?
Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a vehicle in this name, Russian Wind.
What it look like?
It is it's basically it's a truck with the you know what I'm saying, a pickup truck.
Okay.
But the way it almost comes off looking like it goes up and out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
up and out.
It has a cap on the back, but the cap is made a lot like just a regular cap on the back of the truck. It actually expands when you get towards the back.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. One of them
back.
crazy old school looking ones. Like it looked like almost like a turbo boost or something goofy,
something like that
on cartoons.
Just like that.
It looked crazy.
So then it has a steel cage, then it has a wall on it. I forgot how many speakers are on that wall, but he's pushing, I believe, 118,000 watts.
Okay, so break that down for us dumb people.
100. Okay, the dude down the street maybe got 500 to 600 watts.
Okay,
he has 118,000 watts. Like, this is so loud that when he plays it, you gonna tap out within 3 seconds to 10 seconds. You're not gonna be able to take it
because it's that ridiculous.
It's gonna choke you up. It's gonna knock the wind out of you. It's everything it says. You can't. It's
just ridiculous.
It's the craziest.
It make you think of that. What was that one commercial back in the day where my man played the guitar and in front of all the speakers, it blew his clothes off?
Yeah, wasn't that on Back to the Future?
Yeah, there we go.
That's Back to the Future.
There we go. Yeah, that type. That's what we gonna deal with.
It's like that.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, if that's the craziest thing you'd have never seen, what's the coolest thing you ever seen? What was something that pulled up at an event? Because I know you go to a lot of car events.
Yes, yeah.
And they pull up at the car event and the car look beautiful. You think it's just somebody there to watch, you know what I'm saying? And then the doors come up and it's, the doors is full of speakers, the back seat speakers.
Okay. At this same competition, there's a competition called Slamology.
Okay.
It's the biggest car audio competition in the world. It's in Indiana every year.
Okay.
So there's somebody riding around, and you think picture a football stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about not even just bass, mids and highs, and picture about 5 football stadiums. The announcers, you know what I'm saying, all the speakers and stuff. Picture that in the back of your truck, and you riding around, and this shit is so fucking loud. It's annoying.
Oh my goodness!
It's called a stunt wall, and all they doing is putting nothing but a whole bunch of mids, a whole bunch of highs, and they're putting 5,000 watts to that. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. What was the prettiest car you ever seen? That was souped up.
Prettiest. I ain't gonna lie, guy in Detroit. He had a Tahoe. It was about a 98. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He had at least 10 alligators worth of skin in that motherfucker. And then right in the middle console, he had alligators, like the mouth, you know what I'm saying, with the mouth open, and it was like a burnt orange kind of brown.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? All the alligator inside was that color.
Was burnt orange.
Yes. So it was that and suede throughout the whole fucking vehicle. I'm talking about from the front to the back. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
He opened the back, the way his amp rack was set up, and then it's like he had like 612s on the wall. It was put together nice. It wasn't as loud as it could have been and should have been.
Mm-hmm. But you think
it was done right. Like he actually took his time and like detail.
Well, he probably was looking for the other end of it, where he wanted a nice sound to impress the average person.
Yeah. Well, it's like just visually seeing it.
It was beautiful. Is the word I use?
It's like it's so much. It's not overdoing it. It's so much going on.
That's cool. I've always wondered what made people get off into that universe as a whole, just to say, hey man, I want my car not to knock, not to bang. I want my car to be so ridiculous I don't even turn it on when I'm driving around in it.
Yeah, well, most of these people, these aren't daily drivers. These are something that they bring out in competition. Like they work on it for years. Some of them will take like a delivery little truck, like, you know what I'm saying, the smaller ones, and just sound dead and everything in it, and just put enough in it where, like, one guy got a world record. He from Kalamazoo. I had to go next after him. They just got a fucking world record. But it's like, you know, they so detailed with what they do and how they do it. And it's like, it's a whole chemistry. You got to know what you're doing to like achieve these numbers that these people are doing.
That's crazy. And yeah, anytime you tell me those kind of like ridiculous numbers of power that you're pushing to you have a wall of speakers, like for my listeners, a wall of speakers. We not talking about you got 412s. We talking about something like you got 812s, and then you have enough mids to balance that out, and then the highs to balance that out, where if you get far enough away, it sound the right way. But when you up close, it is like getting your face banged in.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's so crazy, cuz. Okay.
But it's fun. It's a safe hobby.
Definitely.
It'll keep you broke.
Yeah, definitely tap your pockets.
But it's just
out.
like anything with cars or any other hobby. It's like when you get one thing, then you gotta get the next thing, then you gotta get the next. It's never like, okay, I'm content. You don't get content with this. Anybody that's loud just wants to be louder.
Yeah. It gets scary, but it's like it's like you said, all hobbies make you do it. You talking to somebody who right now I'm probably sitting in a room with a bunch of hobbies that cost me a bunch of bread, like from the fact of chasing down superhero hats. I got a friend right now who has a hat collection of this particular brand of hat that's already hard to get, and they got a whole community that his hat collection is worth 25 bands.
That's fucking ridiculous,
bro. He has like he has like four or $500 hats.
He must be bald headed.
No, he's got a good head of hair too. That's the crazy thing.
What?
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm trying to tell you, man. I meet people all the time that have the most outlandish lobby. So it's just one of those things. So how about this? Let me ask you one more question.
Okay.
One last question of the day. Of bogusness that I can add. So I guess what I really, 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 really want to know is this. Because you the main person I can come and ask this bogus ass question to, right? Because I know you know something about the biker gangs and shit, right? So one day I seen
biker club.
Oh, I'm sorry,
not gangs. These are organizations.
Okay, the biker clubs. I'm sorry for us regular people. It's a gang. Hey man, y'all show up in the same looking outfit. That's what I want to talk about. So colors, right?
Colors.
So that's what they call it, colors, right?
Colors.
Okay, so the reason I asked this, I seen a flyer, and the flyer was like, "Hey, if you show up with your colors on, it's $5. Everybody without colors is $10." And I was like, "Hold on,
yeah,
I was like, hey.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna tell you the first time I saw that, right?
Okay.
Like anywhere. I was at a bar and it says no colors on the wall. That's it. So every nigga that go in there that see that shit, look at it, and this is a white bar, and they see no color up there, and they lose their fucking mind.
Right, because it's not.
They didn't even try to boycott spots like that, and it was like those are for MCs, like they wanted to be neutral.
Well, I mean, you got to make it known.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. You can't ask a black
when
person.
You don't know.
You're right. I'm saying you can't ask the
like.
average
It's
black
always,
guy that.
It's never what it is. It's always what it looks like.
Yeah,
always. So
I just wanted to know what it was, man. I thought I was right, and I know you was the right guy to ask. I know you have extensive knowledge in a lot of those.
I'm
things.
probably the one that made the flyer. So
oh yeah, I forgot you do that too. Jeez, that's what I said. Jack of all trades, master at some. I ain't gonna say none because I know you. So I know you master some of these.
Definitely.
What you got going on in the streets? Anything that people need to know? You got any parties that's coming up? You got some events? You got some dogs that y'all want to breed? What hustles you want to throw on the street that you want people to know? You got
a car audio show October 16th. That is, but that's in Bay City. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I got like
Bay
4
City,
listeners
Michigan.
in Bay City.
That's what's up. That's in Bay City, Michigan. October 16th. Also, still doing a benefit tomorrow for rest in peace to Time Riders founder, Time Riders MC founder Ace. Rest in peace to that brother. We trying to bury him and trying to do it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what's up. That's
trying
what's
to
up.
send him off right.
Well, where can they get a hold of you if they want to do something? They want to holler at you. Want to throw $4 in your pocket or something?
Well,
I mean, I'm saying because you're trying to make sure your boy
not
take care.
my pockets. Let me get that straight. This ain't coming to me.
I'm sorry, I stated that wrong.
Just everybody in Grand Rapids know who Lil J is, man. Just come to me. I'm pretty sure Time Riders at one time was one of the most well-known clubs in this area. One of the top motorcycle clubs in this area for years.
Okay,
decades.
I'm not arguing that point. I believe you.
So, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to send bro home the right way. That's all. Besides that, man, I just, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep my dogs in good health, try to stay healthy myself, and trying not to go overboard with being scared like a lot of people are. They you see people in the car by themselves with masks on and shit.
Hey man, I die laughing at that every time I see it. I try not to bring that fact up.
Scared of himself.
I'm like, I've been saying it for weeks, man. Like,
if the illness don't kill you, the fucking breath is.
Anytime I see you in the car by yourself and you got a mask on, I just think to myself, something wrong with you.
Definitely.
You all messed up. Hey, you forgot to talk about your lawn care service.
Oh yeah.
You should have mentioned that.
So right now the lawn season is coming to an end, basically.
But it's snow season in Michigan, sir.
Oh man.
Will you come plow for me?
No, I'm not plowing this year.
Jeez.
I hate plowing. You know how much money goes into. It's like, you know what? For all the snow plowers out there, man, shout out to y'all. The first opening day, first day it really snows, all your shit gonna break down. That's just it happens. I worked for a company that has maybe 25 trucks. I say 75% of them trucks that broke down the first day.
Oh, they already said this year is probably going to be a crisis based on the fact that you ain't going to have drivers out like that. So they was just on the news talking about the city was talking about, yo, we trying to make sure we hire people right now. You looking for a job doing this, call us, hit us.
Well, I'm glad I know that because I will tap into that.
Yeah, you might have to tap into that. All right, so look, this has been Shots Fired. I have been your boy, Simon Phoenix. I want to thank my special guest today, Lil J. Thanks for coming back through.
For sure.
And y'all already know. Holla at your boy, Shots Fired. Phoenix, I'm gone. Peace.